Good evening and welcome back to DXB today. We are talking about the Emirates Lit Fest. We're very, very excited about it. The Emirates Airline Festival of Literature. And our next guest is an Emirati children's author and has published 3 children's books, all of which have the recurring theme of self-belief and positivity in young children. Please join us in welcoming Ebtisam Al-Beiti. Ebtisam, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
In the break, I've been reading about Citrus, the smoothie sloth, which is the book I have here.
Did you remember to find the monkey on every page?
I mean, I didn't have that much time. Is there a monkey on every page?
Yes, there is.
Found him in one of the pages. Tell me, what is it that you're trying to, what's the idea that you want children to walk away with? Because in the first couple of pages, there was a lot of self-belief, like you are you, and that's the most important thing. So tell us, what was the inspiration?
So basically with all my books, I try and remind children that they matter, that they are unique, that they're special. And I try and do it in a very unique and fun way. My sessions have sometimes been called as shows. So I put on a big performance for the kids. We get them all engaged. We bring the props, we bring the dragons, we bring the slots. And it's just creating memories and making children really enjoy reading for pleasure.
Remember that sometimes things don't go quite right, but in the end it will all be right. And that's because you are brave, you are strong, you are special, and you are you. I love it. I love this.
Thank you.
I am loving the lines, but you just mentioned that you are also a performance storyteller. You had to tell us, how did that come about, and does it actually help connect the book to our children?
So I started off my career as an early years educator, and I started off with very young children. So you know, with young children, to get them engaged, you've got to put on that performance. You've got to really, you know, get them into what you're doing. And then gradually I connected this with my storytime sessions. And you know, even the older children, so I write for children from a range between 2 to 6 years old, they also really liked it. So I mean, we always used to have fun in the classroom, and I tried to bring that to my storytime sessions. You know,
is this part of it?
Yeah, she is a big part of it. So she's very upset in the story that there is a brown egg in her den. So naturally, we bring brown eggs to the den, very big eggs, and the children get into it. We crack the egg together. There is a red dragon hiding at the end of it.
Oh,
Spoiler alert!
You went straight to
get
the
to that part
end.
of the book.
Oh man, I was going to tee it up and get people excited.
Well, it did launch at last year's festival, so not a big spoiler.
Oh, okay. But for the people that don't know, Blue had just one very big fear. Something new and strange was here. But you don't know what it is.
No, we do actually.
You
It's
do.
a red dragon.
But you don't know who the red dragon is, so we're not ruining that for you.
So Dania, how was your experience working with him?
Well, Ebtisam actually launched her first book with us. So as she said, you know, she's had this dream of writing. She's been at the festival, done some writing workshops, attended sessions, and you know, she wanted to get that published. So she published her first book with us. And Citrus is her second book. And just to say, you know, you talked about her being a performer. She is a performer. This book comes with so many props, so many performers. She even dresses up like an explorer. And this year, what she's doing is, because we have this book, the Elf Publishing, the foundation has an Elf Publishing arm to it. And this book was published with it. We also have the Arabic version of it. So she's teaming up at the festival with an Arabic author called Samar Barraj, and they will be reading the Arabic version, but also reading some of Samar's books. So I'd love if Ebtisam can tell us a little bit about what she has in store for the audience.
So very excited about my session this year. As Dania said, it will be with the wonderful Samar Barraj, who also is an author and the translator of Citrus, the Smoothie Sloth. So we're under the section of stories and languages. So it's going to be the first time for us to integrate a bilingual session. We're going to do an Arabic-English and really just for the children to experience the beauty of both languages together. So we'll be first reading Samar's book, which is A Very Strange Night. And then we'll be reading Citrus, the Smoothie Sloth. Now, not planned, but both our books have a food element in them. So the parents and children will be in for a treat at the end of the session.
This is there's so much comparisons here with you and I. This is beautiful. My cheeks are hurting. I'm smiling so much. Pulling at my heartstrings. This is fantastic. So what else is in store for your next book?
Well, I gave the spoiler alert about the red dragon. Since you know, actually, it weaved in really nicely to the conversation because you know it's a red dragon. So next book, inshallah, is going to be the sequel of Blue. So it's going to be all about red, but that's all I'm giving.
Okay, cool. Wow.
All right, well, Ebtisam, thank you so much for being here. We're very excited. I'm sure you're very excited for the Lit Fest. And it's been absolutely wonderful having you here. And Dania as well. Thank you so much for being on DXB today.
Thank you for having me.
But I'm afraid we do have to move on. So don't go anywhere because coming up, as always, we have fantastic performances right here in the studio. Are you excited for Vera Choca? You should be. She's coming up soon.